Welcome to Conversations and Connections to Amplify and Inspire. I'm Kerryn Powell, and this is the second series of my podcast. This season, we're taking things to the next level, exploring how simple introductions and a curiosity to learn can lead to extraordinary moments. Together, we'll uncover stories, celebrate the transformative power of human connection and how it drives us to collaborate, contribute, create a better future and influence change in our community. I hope you enjoy it. Hello, thanks for being here. I'm Kerryn Powell, and today is a reflection of the podcast that I had recently with Leanne Shelton, the author of AI Human Infusion. Something you probably don't know about me. When I was a child, I had an imaginary friend, and her name was Debbie Ring. I remember her name clearly, and I remember that she was with me often. I don't recall her ever talking to me, but she was company. I guess she did talk to me, but I don't remember our conversations. Maybe it was because my sister was much older than me, and Debbie filled that space. Now, in the age of AI, I have a writing assistant, and I've named her Debbie as well. But this Debbie, she talks back. She's gotten to know me quite well. She's always courteous, definitely helpful, and honestly, encouraging. She helps me order my thoughts, and she gives me back something we all crave: precious time. Just this morning, I got up at 4 a.m. with an idea buzzing in my head, something I wanted to share with my network about connection and networking. I handwrote 4 pages, did some Googling, jotted down some dot points, and then I asked Debbie to help me shape it all. In just a few seconds, she gave me a structured draft. And now I get to refine it, add the heart, the nuance, the human touch from my lived experience. So here's a question I've been holding lately. What if AI could give us back the very thing we're afraid of losing? Our time, our attention, and our ability to connect. We hear so much about what AI is going to do to us. But what if we talk more about what it might make space for? The other day, I went to watch my granddaughter at her gymnastics class. I always loved watching my children in their activities in those moments when their confidence grows and when learning something new, and have fond memories of watching them at the park or at their Gymboree classes. And watching my granddaughter, my 4-year-old granddaughter, catching that little glance up at the window to see if I was watching, that was really special. And I thought, this is it. This is the kind of moment I don't want to lose to busy work or to burnout. I want the human connection, the memories, the presence. These times are really precious. Have you listened to the podcast episode with Leanne Shelton? Perhaps you've been too busy. Well, I recommend you do. Put on your earphones, go for a walk, get out and listen to Leanne's thoughts on AI. We met through a business community, and I quickly found out that she's a mum too. Her kids are a lot younger than mine, and she's also a business owner, navigating life with curiosity and compassion, and short on time. Her journey wasn't about becoming a tech expert. It was about staying relevant, resilient, and most of all, real. Leanne started out as an SEO copywriter. When ChatGPT came along, she could have panicked, but instead she pivoted. She stayed curious, she leaned in, and she asked one powerful question. What if this doesn't replace me, but refines me? That really hit home for me because, like many of you, I've built things and I've poured myself into meaningful work. And I've had moments too where I've wondered quietly, am I being left behind? In March 2020, when we went into lockdown, I'd been running live events for over 6 years, and I wondered how I would fit into the digital world. But here's what I've come to believe. AI and the digital world can't replace lived experience, but it can help us achieve more. It can't replicate the warmth in my voice when I talk to a friend. It can't understand the weight of holding someone's story in confidence, or the instinct that kicks in when I sit across from someone, see a flicker in their expression, and just know they need to be heard. Well, not yet, anyway. Leanne's approach to AI is deeply human. She's not selling fear, she's teaching people how to ask better questions and use AI to their advantage. I've sat in on several of her workshops on how to use AI in LinkedIn. I've listened to her talk and take away the fear of how her framework puts human first. She talks about how to use AI with integrity and how to make space for the kind of work only humans can do. She's developed a model she calls the habits framework, and really it's about slowing down, paying attention, and choosing connection over convenience. In my book, 2 Ears, 1 Mouth and a Big Heart, I talk about the power of face-to-face connection, and had just released the book saying you could never network online. Well, things change and we have to keep evolving. There's something irreplaceable about sitting across from someone, feeling their energy, reading their body language, and really being present. That's where trust is built and empathy grows, and that's where real conversations happen. Technology is a brilliant tool, but it should never be a replacement for presence. Yes, there's a lot of fear around. What if AI takes my job? What if I can't keep up? But maybe a better question is, what will I finally have time for? Will I find time to mentor someone? Time to write something from the heart? Time to tuck kids into bed without your brain still sprinting? Time to look someone in the eye and say, tell me more? I keep thinking about the ripple effect. If AI helps just one business owner breathe easier, if it lets one teacher finish marking early so she can play with her kids, if it gives one parent the chance to sit quietly and just be, then maybe it isn't about replacement at all. Maybe it's about returning to what matters most. The thing I feel really strongly about is I do not want a world where people become disconnected, where we only talk to our AIs and talk to them more than we talk with each other. I know that connection is a core human need. It's how trust is built, it's how belonging is created, and it's how we thrive together. So let's not lose that. Yes, use AI. Let it help you with the heavy lifting. Let it give you clarity, creativity, space. Let it expand your thinking and present a new perspective. But use that time that it saves you or the insights to deepen the relationships that really matter to you in life. Use it as a conversation starter with your friends, your colleagues, with your family, in your community, and even with your relationship with yourself. So as you go about your day, I invite you to pause and ask yourself, what would I do with more time? Who would I spend it with? What kind of human do I want to become when I'm no longer buried in the busy? How could I contribute to building a better world? Because when we use AI with heart, we don't become less human. We make more room to be more human. Thanks for listening. Thank you for joining me on Conversations and Connections today. I hope this conversation sparked new ideas and reminded you of the power of meaningful connections. A huge thank you to all of our guests for sharing their valuable insights and inspiring stories. Visit my website at kerrynpowell.com.au. You'll find resources, insights, and opportunities to work with me to make every conversation count and create lasting impact. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and leave a review to help spread the word. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and let's start making an impact together, one conversation at a time.